Dan Ige, I mean, that was the most coincidental of circumstances I've ever heard of. So he's used to USADA coming pretty early in the morning to test him. And one day last week, he got a knock on the door around the time that USADA would come, 6:30 a.m. He opens the door, and an individual says, "Hey, I'm here to take your blood." So he sits down. They start taking his blood, and he notices it's a lot more than they usually take. So he starts asking some questions. Well, turn to find out at the end of the collection, the person was there for a neighbor on the neighboring street with the same number of his house. It was an elderly person that was just getting the blood drawn for lab work. And unfortunately for Dan, the collector left before he realized anything or collected his thoughts. And so he was very worried that someone was walking around with 3 vials of his blood. We got involved, encouraged him to both go to law enforcement, and then we called into the laboratory. And as of the end of last week, the laboratory provided him with some documents that they, disposed of the blood, and there was nothing sinister behind it and an honest mistake. But it's a good lesson to all of our athletes. Whenever USADA or a representative that they contract with throughout the world comes for a collection,
say no.
They're going to have a credential to show. They're going to have paperwork from USADA. If they're not USADA, authorizing the collection. So all UFC athletes should always ensure that they see that documentation before they provide a sample.
Man, yeah, Jimmy. Wait, hold on, Jeff. What is the chances of that?
I mean, know.
That's like, what is that? That's insane.
Well, yeah, 1 in a million.
Right?
Well, it's only happened once, right? So I guess it doesn't. Like, there's so many fighters and so many tests. It just happened once. It was just like a freak of the numbers, I guess, being the same address.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds it's the exact same house number, but the street next door, and that this individual they mistakenly show up at is used to, providing blood at 6:30 a.m. in the morning? I mean, astronomical odds.
As you can see, they spar with bears here, but they only can keep them up to about 3 or 4 months, because after that they're way too strong, way too dangerous, so they can't play with them. And then they eat 150 pounds a day. That's crazy. So it's hard to maintain.
Сколько месяцев? 7. 2-3 месяца я не был в области.